Hello everyone, Potato Creaker here, and in this series of videos I'll be talking about the mercs and how to use them while leveling and when to use each one. So in this episode we're going to be talking about the Act 3 Iron Wolves. Long story short, no one ever used these guys. People would receive one after completing the second quest in Act 3 if they didn't already have a merc. And they would just get rid of them. They use swords, but they don't attack with them. They have shields, but they don't block with them. They needed a lot of work for anyone to even consider them. And in 2.4 did do several changes, but wasn't enough. First, let's go over the first round of PTR. So they updated each stat/skill gains in each difficulty to match so that there is no disadvantage of leveling up a hell difficulty mercenary versus a normal difficulty mercenary. Life baseline scaling increased by about 25%. Now has life similar to the rogue archer. Defense baseline and scaling increased by about 40%. Now it defends closer to the rogue archer. And resistance baseline and scaling increased by about 20%. Now has the highest resistance baseline compared to other mercenaries. The Cold Iron Wolf now casts Glacial Spike more often. Glacial Spike level scaling increased. Frozen armor level scaling increased. The Fire Iron Wolf, they removed Inferno, added Fire Bolt, increased the chance of Iron Wolf casting Fireball, and added Enchant. Now the Iron Wolf will cast Enchant on himself, the player, and nearby allies. The Lightning Iron Wolf added Static Field. Charged Bolt level scaling increased, and increased the chance of the Iron Wolf casting Lightning. There were new rune words added that the Iron Wolves are able to use. Now we got Plague, which can be used in a sword and requires a Cham, Shell, and It has a 20% chance to cast level 12 lower resist when struck, 25% chance to cast level 15 Poison Nova on striking, level 13 to 17 Cleansing Aura when equipped, plus 1 to 2 to all skills, plus 20% increased attack speed, plus 220 to 320 enhanced defense, minus 23 to enemy poison resistance, 0.3% deadly strike based on character level, 25% chance of open wounds, and freezes target plus 3. They also added in Flickering Flame in a helm, which requires a Neff, Pull, and Vex, a level 4 to 8 resist fire aurora when equipped, plus 3 to fire skulls, minus 10 to minus 15% to enemy fire resistance, plus 30% enhanced defense, plus 30 defense versus missiles, plus 50 to 75 to mana, half freeze duration, plus 5% to maximum fire resistance, and poison length reduced by 50%. Now granted, a couple other rune words were added as well, but there is no point in using Unbending Wolf as it doesn't add any plus to skills. They would only be able to use the plus to strength, vitality, and damage reduced by 8. Likewise, the Wisdom rune word isn't much use to them either. The only useful stat on there is cannot be frozen. Both of these rune words are fairly expensive, so not something you're going to be using while doing a lot of leveling. We'll go over the skills in a moment. Now let's look at the second round of 2.4. They swapped Frozen Armor for Chillin' Armor. Not much of a change, and I wish they'd stuck with Frozen Armor. The first set of changes, however, were huge. The changes to the skills completely changed the Iron Wolves. Each type got a new skill and a boost to life and resistances. So how do you pick which one to use and try? Lightning, cold, or fire? Well, if you're going as an elemental build, you're going to want to use one that you're not going to be using. So if you're going to play as a Hydra Orb hybrid, try giving the lightning one a shot. If you're looking for crowd control, go Ice. And if you're melee and wanting a buff to your damage and your attack rating, or if you have an army of minions, go Fire. But how do you level them? If they don't use their swords for attacking or their shields for blocking, what do you equip them with? Well, that's actually a little tough when you're low level. You'll be mainly looking for resistances. A large shield with 3 sockets. You can put in some diamonds, for example. That should work until you're able to use Ancient's Pledge. Any helm with resistances until you can make lore. And stealth is great early on. And in normal cows, you should be able to find a long sword to make your spirit from. One side note, with all of the equipment, please ignore the indestructible mod. For some reason my hero editor added indestructible to everything and I can't figure out how to get rid of it. Once you start getting plus to skills, that's when you'll be seeing them doing a lot more damage. So Dual Spirit, Skin of the Reaper Magi, Lore, if you're going Fire, Iron Wolf, Flicker and Flame, and if you're running a Lightning Iron Wolf, then a Crescent Moon will be helpful. It's actually surprising how much better they are. I'm not sure they're fully there though. I think they could still use a bit more attention. For the most part, I still think that the other Act Mercenaries will be used more than the Act 3 Iron Wolves, which is rather sad. I've always wanted to like them. That being said, however, don't totally turn a blind eye to them. As I said in the previous episode regarding the Act 1 Rogues, the Mercs are not there to kill everything. They're there to assist you in killing everything. And in that way, I think they do a decent job. So I'm going to do some quick little playthrough. Give you a bit of an idea as to how well they do. I'm a level 31 character, using a level 30 Iron Wolf. So I am not going to be able to use anything too crazy. This will give you an idea as about how well they do. So I will be equipping them with stuff that you would have at this point. Pledge.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
I've got to give myself Act 5. No, this is the Fire Iron Wolf. So enchanting himself, not very useful. But he's doing a decent job. So, he's doing not too badly. I have no... So not too bad. If I was attacking as well, it would of course go a lot faster. So all in all, they aren't too bad. But they could still use a little bit more attention. Anyways, thanks for watching. Comment down below on what you think of the new Act 3 Iron Wolves. If you like what you saw, Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.